Hey guys, I'll be right back. Because like it's a HOTS problem. Because like I went to Twitch and I started playing through Twitch and it worked fine. Okay, come on. Start back up. Because this is accurate. This is going to the right place. Twitch or HOTS just for some reason was like, I'm not aware of that being an actual sound. But I actually went to Twitch over here and started playing it, and like sound came through just fine. So I know it's not an issue with the computer setup. Yada da. Come on. This is not a great start. Let's go. I'm me. I'm okay. Okay, I heard sound. Good. Now, invite. Ooh, can I just join BMed? Haha, I can. Okay, we'll be back when the game starts. Sorry about this. Okay, good. We have sound. Everything is fine. Like, Cuball, actually, in all honesty, this worked out better because for whatever reason, Heroes of the Storm messed up and was not giving me audio. And I didn't realize that until we got into the draft. So the fact that the draft had to be canceled was super helpful. Because I was like, oh, good. I can go back and fix it then. Yay! So, but we are going now. We're a little bit late, but you know what? Thankfully, I don't have a second cast, so I don't have to be heckin' stressed about it. I just smacked my own ear. I am talented, you guys. Hi. Normally I love being on camera. I'm like, everyone look at my beautiful face. But, like, I didn't even have time. I was so busy, like, troubleshooting that I didn't even have time to be vain. And do you know how easy it is for me to be vain? Oh my god. I talk incredibly fast. I'm going to slow it down a bit. I'm going to stop, like, I don't want you guys to have to concentrate to enjoy the cast. That's not the point. These guys are hecking moving. We do have Tessar and Tychus. Actually, both DPS characters coming out very, very early for hot stats. Blaze is going to be offlane. They don't have a healer or a tank yet, which is why Ariel gets banned out. Chromie being banned out the other side because Jin eSports have already gotten their Win brothers, or their Win siblings, or their Win family. There we go with a lot of flowers. Varian and Anduin, father and son, both kings of Stormwind. At different times, because that's how kings work. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. So we have Junkrat. So we still do not know who's going up against Blaze. This is Infernal Shrines. Like, if you want to beat Blaze in the lane, you go Leo. But the thing is, you're not actually... Like, Blaze is just going to stand behind the gate and not fight you directly at that point. So the real question may come down to a more team fighty champion. Though Leo's not bad at the team fight. Now that's very interesting. That is an engage comp right there. Stitch is going to steal someone out. They're going to kill someone, and then they're just going to move in. Uther, not great at dealing with poke, but... Well, there's an interesting idea that I hadn't seen in a while. Good old Gazlo, the Gas Lord. I used to love Gazlo. I used to main Gazlo. Of course, this is B-Med. What am I even saying? Of course B-Med goes Gazlo. Hello? B-Med used to be my coach, but our hero pools are so dissimilar because B-Med like mains Samuro and Gazlo, and I main like Blaze and Sonya and Rexar. But I will get into the game. Put your money where your mouth is. I will get the Gamba up and running for you all. And here we go. All right, here we go. Coming into game number 1, representing Gen M eSports, the Generals of Genocide. We do going to have Coffin coming out here and playing Varian Rin. We do get Sir Mac of Cheese coming out here the Anduin. Cabo is going to be on the Junkrat. B-Med playing that Gazlo the Gazlord. And then we do have Greymane in the back being played by Infofox. Meanwhile, on the other side of the battlefield, we do go and have Kakarot coming out here and playing the Tychus. We do go in and get Godly Noob onto the Blase. Aram Smurf. There was something that happened with Aram Smurf. I don't know the actual details because I had to leave the draft, but Aram Smurf is going to be on the Stitches. King playing the Tassadar the Tassiface. Tassadar the Taciturn, if you want to say. And we have user error coming out here and playing the Uther. B-Med. Moving down here, going to go ahead and get this bottom camp. Let's go ahead and zoom on out. Give ourselves a little bit more vision. And meanwhile, looking at level 1, we do go and get Lion's Maw coming out of the Varian, as well as Hungry for More on Stitches. And Static Charge. Hungry for More, it's probably my favorite talent on Stitches. Like, you default already move faster than other people, but by the end of the game, it's just like, "Rah, Stitches!" And it amuses me so much. I love it. A little bit late there, Stream Elements. We've been live for a bit. Glancing over, we've been up for 7 minutes, and it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, the stream came back up. So it wasn't just you, Mulby. Stream Elements also didn't catch the memo about the fact that we were up and running again. So this is going to be a duel in the top lane. I do imagine Stitch is going to go back and forth to try and get more globes. Does look like B-Med is getting the better end of this engagement. We do go in and get Big Game Hunter, so more scrap and able to get even more scrap by punching things in the face. Punchy, 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 my name's Gaslow. Punchy, 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 kill you lots. That was my Gaslow song. I hope you liked it. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-da-ba. Aram actually thinking Varian was going to charge in and it was ready for the steal. Alright, we do have the duel. Now they have to move back, because here's the thing, Gazlow is not as oppressive as heroes like Nazeebo or Zagara, but you definitely don't want to leave a Gazlow by themselves in a lane. Like, they will push that down. Meanwhile, we do have the form up here in the middle. Thank you, Crizzo. I worked hard on it for 3 whole seconds. Alright, we do have Infofox moving in on their Greymane. Kakarot going ahead and throwing a grenade in. They don't have level 7 yet. It does look like our orange team wanted to wait for level 7, but nothing doing. Can't get away with that. Godly Noob coming in for the side, but there is Gazlow dropping the turrets, saying, "Don't come in through here. I can see you. I can see you with my laser beams." We are at 16 to 18, roughly even. Big push in from our orange team. Infofox does go down. We're going to have the werewolf. Is going to be worn out. Get it? Get it? Be better, ho. That is the problem with the Gazlow. When you actually get on top of him, he is still just a goblin. It does Look like the Molten Punisher is going to go the way of our orange team. I do that every time. Mortar Punisher, not Molten. There is the jump taunted over. Cawthon and company, Sir Mac of Cheese, moving out here trying to get this. But oh my gosh, big push. Kakarot tried to go in there, but Kabo goes ahead and body blocks. That is going to be a, oh my gosh, user arrow, how? I was all set to say that's a 2-for-1, and then somehow user error doesn't die, which honestly feels illegal. I should play Gaslow again. It's been a while. I'm just too aggressive a person, so Gaslow frustrates me. Oh, here we have the Kasha Impalers coming in. Arrow Smurf takes a bunch of damage, is taunted, and being, like, riddled by spears, and speared by riddles. Aram Smurf, gonna be a big Stitches man. Is that Cuddlebear Stitches? Are you using an illegal skin, sir? Obviously not a big deal. People have the first 2 minutes to say something, and it's not like they hid Aram Smurf for 2 minutes and then had them come out for an advantage. But I'm still going to call it out and give you a hard time, because that's what I do. Had just a moment of being, oh my goodness. They are mad at user error. They're like, you should not have survived. Aggressing underneath the camp, but obviously nothing doing there. So, Mulby, is this the content you subscribe for? Bam! 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 I'll stop. Do gotta have Kakarot moving up to the middle. User Era and King. A nice 4-man in the middle. Stuck in the middle with you. Info Fox. But we do have Gaslow lurking in the shadows. No one tell anyone that they're there. Dun, da, 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 da. With that being taken care of, we do go ahead and have the oh, a bit of an engage coming through. Aram Smurf is moving back. I actually thought we might have some, oh, nice double hit by King. King did take static charge, so are trying to go and get that stacked up. We will go ahead and have a shrine coming up top. This will be a frozen Punisher when it comes into play. Let's see, at level 10, we did go ahead and have Gorge come out of the Stitches, Black Hole, Commandeer Odin, Bunker Drop, and Divine Storm. Divine Storm is interesting, not what I was expecting. On the other side, we do get Cursed Bullet, Light Bomb, Rip Tire, Warbringer, and the Gravo. More like Gravo Bam, am I right? Alright, there's a big taunt coming in. Lots of damage on to Godly New. But there is. Aram Smurf steals a Gaslow. But nice job for the Animate. Animate pulls BMO out of the fire. We do have that going in. Double laser beam. The Liza beams. Sir Mac of Cheese in a lot of trouble. There is the push in onto Godly New. Godly New down to very, very low. We do have our blue team moving back in order to go ahead and sip from the healing fountain to the healing bell. But unfortunately, Cawthon not going to make it out. Settle Burr coming in. Hello, my friend. Yeah, that was on our Discord, Malby. That was Vanador, I believe. Although I'll be honest, I don't even know what Soul Reaver is. It's not a thing that makes sense to me. We have Aerosmurf gets pushed into the danger zone. Someone tell Tom Cruise. Is 30... We're about to have Frozen Punisher on the side of Hot Stats. Jin M not fighting for it. They do have Gaslow double soaking, trying to get them experience, and they are level 13, but so is their opponents. Oh my gosh, fantastic. I love that. Okay, so here's the thing. Junkrat gonna be in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, goodbye, my friend. Arium Smurf with those hooks is being oppressive as heck. So Punisher actually goes down. Usually the second Punisher gets a fort, so very, very good defense coming out of the side of Jin M eSports. Bum bum ba bum 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 ba 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 ba. Alright, Cawthon moving down. We do have Aerosmurf. I'm guessing that someone who was in the bushes. But here comes the Enderman, says, "Get out there, Dad!" We did go ahead and actually both Gravo was used on that, as well as the Riptire. I'm a bit surprised to see Riptire and not the other one, considering... Oh my goodness! Man, user or Arium Smurf is just going for a hoppata hoppata. So there goes our first fort going down. B-Med getting abducted. Abducted by the abs. Remember, if you ever kidnap anyone, if you don't grab them about the abs, it's not abduction. It's something else. Kidnapping is still wrong. That's not a legal excuse. But use the terms correctly. Man, Arium is just like in some ways psychic. I mean, I actually think this minion right here may have had vision of there, so he was just standing here and saw Junkrat coming through. But yeah, this is definitely turning the way of Hot Stats primarily off of that Stitches, it feels like. So that is going to be the hat trick, all 3 forts going down. I guess it's not really a hat trick. I think the hat trick is when you take them all down in the same objective phase. But it is, I need a term for all 3 forts going down, and hat trick usually works. So I'm just going to misuse the term. Is that okay? Just going to be a bad commentator, if that's cool. Here comes the Arcane Punisher coming down the middle lane.
Red team has summoned an Arcane Punisher.
Junkrat laid down another one. I'm like, this is not a very effective trap. Alright, there, oh king. You jinxed it, Inty. You said, let's go, King, and then immediately King got taken off the face of the map. There goes the Aram. Aram Smurf does get a cursed bullet moving through, but there is the commandeered Odin. Kakarot going in. Big. We do go in at that. Aram Smurf down to like 100 health. There's a taunt coming in to Godly Move. Godly Move, nope. Does get Info Fox, but does not save Godly Noob. Oh my, how? I don't know what kind of Wheaties Hot Stats took this morning, but they are surviving things they have no business surviving on the reg. Right now, Stitches is up to 28 globes. Keep in mind, every 20, so he's at 10% bonus attack speed. Or not attack speed, movement. Both sides picking up a camp. We do go ahead and have about a level lead on the side of Hotstads right now as we start to move in on level 20 in the is it called Storm Tier talents? I forget what the level 20 talent is called. It's Heroic Tier talent. I think it is Storm Tier at level 20. Which is why the division above Heroic, when there was one, was the Stormed division. Godly Noob like, I'm abducting this! Nice use of the task wall in order to stop Anduin from getting in position to pull Varian back out. There we go ahead and have the Kakarot coming down with the commandeered Odin. So there goes our first keep of the game. Your keep has been taken. The irony. Varian back up in 20 seconds, which will be just after the shrine activates, so they can fight for this. But they are down 20, which makes it a little bit scarier. And by a little bit, I mean a lot scarier. You definitely probably want to get 20, which means they may be giving up this Punisher. I don't know, there's a lot of experience right here, and a decent bit right here as well. So they may get 20 off of that, and may have time to go up and fight for this. It depends on how fast this gets done. There is our level 20 talents. We are going to see extra oomph. So the repeatable rip tires do go and get bomb toss. I hate bomb toss so much. Glory of the Alliance, inner fire. And then Hunter's Blunderbuss. I really like the term Blunderbuss. It makes me super happy. But yeah, I do not think they're going to be able to fight for this, even though they do now have 20. They have to hold this back, and then here comes the Mortar Punisher.
Red team has summoned a Mortar Punisher.
Alright, there's a big stun onto the Gaslow. Gaslow gets walled off, got nowhere to go, but Gaslow has a lot of hit points. Goes ahead and gets that extra healing going on, plus 50 bonus. I'm not sure where that comes from, actually. We do have a big stun, and Infofox goes in and gets hit, but there's a massive push in. Tychus is not able to get into the bunker. We have Aaron Surf. Aaron Surf goes ahead and consumes a Gas Lord, but both damage are down on the side of Hot Stats, and this should be a relatively easy cleanup now, because they don't have the damage to really aggress on them. The stun comes out on BMed and Cawthon, but there goes the Mortar Punisher. all ults are down for hot stats. We still do have taunt and riptire, and actually everything except for the Gravo on the side of Jin eSports. Bottom camp is being taken by our red team, but it looks like Jin are like, we have to ease up this lane pressure somehow. Push it real good. Now they only have 10 seconds until Tass is back, so I don't think they can push it and get a keep here, unless they get some kills as the push happens. Someone send us up the bomb squad! ARAM takes so much damage and actually does get taken out. That Hunter's blunderbuss coming through. Godly comes in for the backline, but Black Hole lands. Kakarot coming in, trying to go in and get that, but there, massive damage coming through. We do go and have the bomb toss stuns, preventing a follow-up. No actual kills, but they do not get to collapse on Jin M like they wanted to. Meanwhile, the other lanes are pushing. We do go to have this being picked up by the three of them. Meanwhile, Junkrat comes down to stop the aggression onto their bottom keep. Top keep being taken care of by Gazlo, the Gas Lord. He definitely did Hongfu, yeah. Although, luck or skill, like, he was kind of standing here. And so, like, that was a risky hook anyway. Because, like, it's not like he was standing here and then caught the fort. He was standing there. Or maybe there. And there goes another fort. Bum, bum, bum. Another one bites the dust. Bada bum, bum, bum. And we do go and have this coming up. And are they going to stand here for 30 seconds, really? That seems a bit concerning. Godly Noob gets the heck out of there. Way too many enemies around. Stitches has gotten 40 globes, by the way, which means Stitches is up to 15% bonus movement speed. Now I'm hungry. So there goes Varian, but that was a full reset. We do go and have that going through, but Unstoppable does prevent Kakarot from being pulled in. Lots of damage coming through. There's the Unstoppable. We do have a big red button coming down. The nukes are landing. Bunch of damage coming through. We do go ahead and have Kakarot stunned by that grenade. Nuke comes down on Sir Mac and Cheese. Not going to get anyone. There's Godly Noob. Godly Noob in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of Narnia real quick. And that is going to even it up 1 for 1. But that stops being even as soon as Gaslow goes down. And there goes Junkrat. We do go ahead and have Hot Stats moving forward, trying to go into this taken care of. Infofox goes in for the kill. My life for Ire does go ahead and does trade out 1 for 1, but this is left to just Anduin to protect the core. Aaron's sort of like, come on, guys! Wait, is Aaron trying to block? Aaron, you can't stop Anduin. And I'm down here like I have more hit points than sense. Alright, Varian is back. We are getting everyone else coming back up, but we will go ahead and have... I believe this is... no, it's Arcane. Even Rocky had a ram. So only the core is up. All lanes are pushing aggressively. It's a bad time to be a Jin Emmer. But you know what? They can turn this around. Like, they do go in. They have exposed this one. So if they get a team wipe, they can just walk through. Arcane Punisher coming through the bottom lane along with the camp. Going to jump in onto that Varian. We do have the Odin coming out, Unstoppable, but this time we've learned, and as soon as Unstoppable is over, there's the Gravo to put them in place. The Odin cannot get into a bunker. It is too big, and the Odin goes down. ARAM Smurf dives into the bunker real quick, but the bunker going to be taken out. We do go and have lots of damage to the bee. Oh, man, the Punisher is really mad at the Goblin. And that's probably going to be the end of the game as we go ahead. Yep, with only Junkrat left, Junkrat not going to be able to stave this off. And we do have the blue core being attacked. 4 members of the red team still up, as well as the Punisher. GG is called by InfoFox and Kobo. And we are going to see the winners of game number 1 being a Hot Stads here on Infernal Shrines. So, looking at the match, now that we have finished it, we do have in terms of the stats, oh my gosh, I'm just already seeing Greymane with the most damage and the most experience and the most siege. Just, oh, by the way. But in terms of damage, yes, we do have InfoFox leading the way with 76,000. We do go ahead and have 72,000 coming out of Junkrat and 66 out of that Tassaface, King himself. Hello, Greekfire. Nice to see you. Hopefully it's nice to see me. I have a face. I will always say that because I love it. Ooh, Praxis. You can't see it, but Praxis Holdouts being played by someone. But it was supposed to be by DeWitt, so not our next game necessarily, though it's not banned. We do go ahead and have Anduin leading the way in healing by Sir Mac and Cheese. And here's the thing to point out. That's actually really, really impressive that Anduin found 106,000 damage to heal, because the top 2 damage dealers were on his team. So very heads up play by Anduin. Though, to be fair, to user error, you don't necessarily look at Uther in order to have a high heal value. Uther also gets a lot out of the shielding he gives to other teams, which isn't really reflected. There's Giselle coming in. Hello, Giselle. We do go ahead and have Blaze leading the way in experience contribution. Does beat out InfoFox by a little, but a very, very little. Only by about 800. A little over 1,000 above BMed. Talents. That seems generous. We do go ahead and have Talents coming out and leading the way on the side of... Well, not really leading the way, I should say. We have 9 to 19. Look at these Talents, copy them down. But we do go and have the Bomb Toss and then Arc Reactor. That's always interesting. I personally, if you're going to have the ones where you hit turrets forever, I like to have my turrets also shoot lasers because it's just like freaking. It's the Star Wars build, and I'm simple. But with that, here we go. Going into game number 2. We'll be back momentarily. Don't go anywhere. After these messages, I'll be right back. Welcome, welcome, welcome to game number 2 between GNM Esports and Hot Stats. Hot Stats did win the first game. GNM Esports has opted to take map pick for game number 2, which does mean Hot Stats will have the first pick and first ban of the series. We do go to have the Johanna coming out. So look me up for you, Jojo. Keep on hanging out like a yo-yo. I always sing that song for Johanna. We do also have the Dehek Dehaka coming out. And by coming out, I mean being banned out. I always do that. I just see the big picture in the middle of my screen, and I'm just like, oh, hey, I should talk about the fact that Dehaka got picked. And then my brain is like, Raka, you dumb. That got banned? It's not coming out? We do have Stukov and Murden also being banned out. A little bit of focus on tanks as both sides get rid of one, but then Stukov, obviously the super oppressive healer. We have the Tassiface once more coming out of King. Very much enjoyed playing that in the last one. And to be fair, Hot Stats probably aren't looking to change things up too terribly much. Like when you win the game, your strategy doesn't necessarily have to change. You can be like, yeah, that works. It's up to them to react to us. We do have a lack of a variant, and when it is not a blonde person this time. Oh my. We do have Chromie. Hey, Giselle, it's a dragon. Chromie's coming out. She is the trans dragon. The trans sand dragon? That is difficult to say. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that they didn't ban out Stitches, because Stitches was awful. Godly Noob moving from Blase over to Leorice. Not really surprising. Like, Blaze is really good. Blaze does not lose matchups. Blaze is super good in a team fight, but Blaze does struggle in a strict one-on-one, and Dragonshire, along with Praxis, are the maps that the one-on-one becomes really important, so I'm not surprised to see Godly Noob move away from Blaze for this map. They do get rid of Tychus this time around. Da-dum, dum-dum, da-dum, da-dum. And then we do have Junkrat being pinned. So that's kind of interesting, because if I remember correctly, no, Junkrat was definitely on the blue side. It was Tychus and Tassadar. Tassicus? Tychadar? Tychadar sounds like a little kid. Oh, look at the little Tychadar. We do go in that. So we have Chromie so far. We do not yet have a tank or an offlaner on the side of GNM Esports. They know they'll be going to Leoric. I like that as an offlane pick, and they do end up sticking with Varian.
Ready to roll out. There is always hope.
Well, that's, wow, okay. So we're gonna have Protect the Hammer versus Zagara pushes for days. We're gonna have 90s all over the map, and Zagara's gonna be Zagara here and Zagara there. Everyone gets a Zagara.
Another battle.
And B-Med on the Sam. Let's hecking go. What do you mean the evil music? I just told you I changed the music because you didn't like it. What the heck? Change it back? You're gonna call the new music evil? Rude. Predictions are up. And actually, to be fair, it's not necessarily new music. It's the music that I used to use on my game streams, moved over, and my game streams have different music now. But, you know... So here we go, moving into game number 2. We do have Jin eSports. InfoFox is playing the Zagzagoom. We do go in and get Sir Mac of Cheese once again on that Anduin. Cawthorn once again on Anduin's dad. We do have Cabo onto the Chromie, and Bimeto playing another battle. The Samaface. To go ahead and have on the side of the
10 seconds.
Cathalon of Destruction. Hot's Dad's Godly Noob is going to be playing on the Leoric. We do go ahead and get King on the Tassiface. Kakarot is going to be playing the Sergeant Hammer. We do go ahead and get User Error coming out here and playing Ariel. And then ARM Smurf once again playing Stitches. Did change the Stitches skin this time though. Crack-a-boom, boom, boom goes the Kakarot. Oh, Godly Noob took so much damage. Came down here. We do go to Kakarot moving back. Big group of people. They're trying to defend this bottom lane. There is a lot of damage on the Cabo. Chromie gets pulled out of danger. But Zagara is just kind of going mid lane. There is Leo trying to get things taken care of. Meanwhile, up at the top, we do have Samuro doing Samuro things. There's Cawthorn getting pulled out to Aram Smurf. No problem, Joselle. But no, I did actually shift over the game sounds I used to use on the game streams over to this one because it'll be fresh for this viewership. You're gonna have this moving through. Shrines are coming up. King takes a good bit of damage coming down from Chromie. Chromie getting. I'm a bit surprised to see Hammer coming into Chromie because the thing is, like, Chromie does really well against stationary targets and has as good a range as Hammer does. But Hammer does damage faster.
Capture the trunk. Inherit the Dragon Knight's power and lay waste to this forsaken kingdom.
Leo coming down saying, no, Zagara, you don't get to be a dragon. Zagara really wants to be a dragon, though. Have you thought about that? Here's the thing, though. Leoric, did well because Leoric came out of the bushes. Leoric's going to do a whole lot less well. Especially... I am B-Meadow! You killed my father! Okay, they may not have killed their father. Meanwhile, down below, we do have this going in. Big time stop coming in, and there's the taunt. Root comes down, and Aram Smurf goes ahead, catches a lot of damage. We'll get out of here. No actual kills so far. There is Chromie flying over in dragon form in order to see what's in the shrine. Alright, this is being taken. Leoric moving into the middle needs to be a bit careful, though, because in just a second, we should have a blue beam coming in. Zagara moving up. There is Godly Noob, but here comes B-Med. And Swerve coming in here to fight as is King. They've moved the battle from the bottom of the field up into the middle, but here comes our gruesome bluesome twosome. Taunt comes down on the Tassiface. Lots of damage. King does go ahead and get pulled aside by Aaron Smurf. Aaron Smurf pulling King out of danger. Let's get Danger Mouse. And bottom is momentarily taken. But user error. There's going to be a double kill on the side of Jin eSports. Definitely a different team. And here comes the bug turns into a Dargon. Roar! Bug Dragon! I am so dumb. I'm so glad you guys put up with me. Nice job from the Zagara moving up top in order to only get shelled by one tower at a time. Godly Noob comes down, and then that's a bit surprising. You shouldn't be able to hit Leoric with that. Leoric should be able to spooky walk as soon as the charge is locked in. This is such a bad matchup for Leoric. I kind of feel sorry for them. We're just going to have the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight does get the wall, but that's going to be about it. But meanwhile, down below, I'm a fool, can't you see? And they're waiting for me. Down below, down below, down below.
His strength was never yours to keep.
Dragon flies over again. I always have to point out the dragon. She just really likes dragons. Big push coming in right now by Hotstats, trying to establish dominance. We do have level 10. I was going to say, this is a bit gutsy because level 10 is held by your opponents. You don't usually try and engage on a opponent that has a level 10. We actually do have the not Nidus. We have what is that stupid thing called? Devouring Maw. There we go. Devouring Maw coming out instead of Nidus. We do have Light Bomb, Slowing Sands, and Blade Storm. And that's just going to be Ginny of eSports cleaning up real quick. This will probably be the first fort because I do not think Ariel is who you need to defend this. We do have Aerosworth coming in.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
So fort goes down. Most importantly, that does take out the Moonwell. See, over here they've got it.
Take hold of the shrines. Earn the Dragon Knight's power.
Oh, Cabo, a little gutsy. User arrow goes down to about half health. That's the thing, it's such a good combo when Varian just runs up, taunts, and then you just have things coming down, and the Dragon Knight picked up once again. Is that going to be, yep, Zagara? The bug really likes evolving. Because I don't know how much you guys know about evolution, but dragons are higher up the food chain than bugs. A guarantee. We do have level 10s now on the side of Hotstats. We are going to go and see Crystal Aegis, Entomb, Black Hole, Gorge, and Blunt Force Gun, the BFG. That's a Doom reference right there. I miss when the Blunt Force Gun did damage to structures. I don't think that was overpowered.
I have seen enough. For now.
So it does look like we've got this camp being taken by Kakarot, or started by Kakarot at least. I know that evolution is bad, which is why if you speak with a British accent, it's pronounced evolution. And it starts with evil. Just think about that. So we're going to move up in order to stop this damage coming through, and that will require attention. Before it's too terribly long. Godly Noob being aggressed upon a little bit. Nice turnaround. They realized, okay, he's too far deep. And then as soon as they turn around, out came the hook. Here's Godly Noob up here trying to take care of this.
It won't be long before the shrines are ready for the take.
So we do have a fort down below going down. I thought this would go down first.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
So that is all 3 forts being destroyinated.
Avenge my husband. Earn his power and destroy your enemies.
And once again, bug evolving. Rawr!
Tried to save this realm. Now it burns.
So this is definitely a very, very different approach. GM eSports controlling every bit of this game. Obviously, it's not over yet, but I'm just going to point out it's 5 kills to 0. So definitely some things have to change for Hot Stads if they're going to not lose this this game. Alright, well that's a good start. Aaronsworth goes ahead and steals themselves a Varian. But Varian's son says, don't you hurt my dad. That is going to be an end of the Dragon Knight, it looks like. And the Dragon Knight does not actually get killed, but can't really re-engage to any... Yep, gonna have that going down. But here comes Nidus in just a second, I'm sure. There's... Oh. It's actually funny. They light bombed the wrong Sambro because B-Man does not know how to stay still, but that's going to be a kill onto the hammer. Lots of damage on Godly Noob. There's Taunt coming down, takes out Stitches. Godly Noob almost gets taken out, but will go ahead and survive for the time being. That is 7 kills to 0 as they move in and start working on this keep.
Blue team has destroyed a fort. Red team's core is under attack.
Godly Noob goes around, cuts damage as best they can. Try to go with this. Oh, nice. And Tomb comes down. A double strike from King. B-Med takes a bunch of damage, barely gets out of there. And I think they actually hold this. They're down to 50% core health.
The red team's core is in peril.
It's almost unfortunate because at 50%, I could say, you know, the thing is, that can shield back up to 100%. For those of you that don't know, the shield is able to, when it fully restores, be at 50% of the max core's full hit points. Nice. BFG goes through, takes out Zagara, almost takes out B-Med. And here is the turnaround Hotstats was looking for. First 2 kills on the map in that engagement. Still looking for this. Look at Sir Mac of Cheese. Not going to connect with anything though, but Kakarot is here in order to go ahead and go boomy. For those of you that remember Radio Free Rod, this is his favorite hero. For the Horde, my friends.
There must always be a Dragon Knight. The red team's core is in peril. Will it be you? Red team has destroyed a fort.
Alright, this is going to be picked up. Start pushing down this lane. Time Trap's just forever stuck in this base.
Core is under attack.
I guess not really forever. Yep, we definitely have Hot Stats coming online. Looking for this. They do go ahead and take out their 3rd kill. It was 7-0 a few minutes ago, and now it is 7-3. That's 7 compared to 3, not 723 kills. That'd be a lot. Aaron, do you just... Was that just aggression towards Kakarot? Is that what I just saw? Stop wandering off.
Red team's core is under attack.
No? No, it's not. See, this is actually the reason you need announcers for Here's the Storm games, because the in-game announcer is just dumb sometimes.
Red team's core is under attack.
No, it isn't. The wave is here. Like, is it going to be relevant soon? Do they need to pay attention to it? Yes, but there is nobody attacking this core right now. I wonder what causes that, actually. Oh, Zagara. Zagara. Here comes Lightbomb coming in. Does get a stun. That might actually be true. We do go and have Aaron Surf takes a huge bit of damage trying to go out of the other. There is the King. We do go and have the BFG going through, catches a lot of damage. No one actually taken out. We do go and have Godly Noob. We will have the Dragon in just a second. The red team no longer in a position where they're able to defend this. Someone pick up the Dragon.
The Dragon Knight shall reduce you to cinders.
For those of you that don't know, the reason it does that is there's like a coding weird thing where whenever the last minion in a wave goes, the system issues its attack command at the core if it doesn't have another target. And so basically what happens is even though the wave is all the way out here, it issues an attack command on the core, and then the game is programmed to be like, the core is under attack, and it's like, no, it's not. They're all the way out there. But that is going to be game number 2 goal, ending in favor of Gen M eSports. The Dragon Knight, controlled by a monkey, managing to bring the axe down, proverbially speaking. We do go ahead and have, in terms of damage, InfoFox on Zagara does lead the way, 57,000 damage over the course of the game. Koba coming out with 38,000, and Tassaface with 35. Much more even healing numbers, 43,000 coming out of Anduin, 42. Though again, props to Anduin because there was more healing for Oozer to find. Oozer? Did I say Oozer? And then we do have, in terms of the side soak, the Oracle leading the way over Saburo, 18,000 to 17. Talents, here we go. Stitches, you didn't take your level 20 talent. Now everyone at home is like, well, what do I take on the last one if I want to be a god tier tank like Aram's Smurf? And the answer is, unfortunately, I cannot tell you. I do not know what Aram's level 20 pick is. But here are the talents. Copy them down. Take them for all of the epic victory. And I will see you in game number 3. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that, as they say, dial. I'm actually really mad that they're ready right now. I wanted to listen to that song. How dare you guys? Can't believe you. Can I cheat? 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 And then. Okay, I can kind of cheat. I didn't want it to go away yet. I like this song. Would you go ahead and have, in terms of bands, Muradin and Johanna being banned out? A little bit of attention being played to tanks. We do see first pick and, well, first ban and then presumably first pick coming out of the side of Gen eSports, which does mean that Hotstats must have taken map pick. I should know that. They DM'd me and told me, but I like to also sleuth it for you live. So would you go and have... I, thank goodness, ban that Stitches. That Stitches is, like, awful for you guys. I'm surprised you didn't do it for Game 2. We have the Stukov continuing to be the second ban for Hot Stads. They do not like Hush Puddles. We do go and have the Tassaface coming out. Tassadar being the first pick every single time, even when the first pick team changes. Although actually, I shouldn't say, I think in game number 1 he wasn't. But Koba taking Tassadar away from their opponents. User 0 taking Anduin away from their opponents. Are we just going to have like flip drafts? The answer is no, we are not. Adam Swerve going Hanzo. Okay, if you won't let me have snipe hooks, I'm just going to take the like archer. I was going to say the sniper, but then I realized that was Nova. Or Ana, actually. Ana also counts as a sniper. The more you know. Rhaegar and Varian fighting together. That's gotta be an awkward conversation. Hey, yo, you know how you used to, like, enslave me? Let's go kill them. Together, best friends, fist bump. Oh, I actually think they ended up being on okay terms. I call him Grey Daddy because he's a Grey Daddy. Glenn being banned out, as is Genji. Wait, Kakarot taking Gazlowe away from BMed? Goku, you cheeky! Godly Noob going to be on the Maiev, very different. Like, so Godly Noob's been an offlaner every time, and presumably is still is. I wonder if it'll change. Because Maiev is a terrible, terrible offlaner. Alright. BMed versus not BMed. Interesting, unexpected, awesome, concerning. So going to be the Anubrak into Varian, going to be Anduin into Rhaegar. I guess Gazlowe into Samuro, and then we do go and have Tassadar and Zagara as our DPS against Hanzo and Maiev. Here we go. Bets are up. Put your money where your mouth is. I will see you in game. Alright, coming into game number 3, our final game of the series, the rubber match. We do go in and get Cawthon coming out and playing the Varian. We are going to sit Sir Mac of Cheese on the Rhaegar. Kobo being a jerk on Tassadar. We do go in and get B-Med coming out onto the Samuro, and then Infofox on Zagzagoom. On the other side of the battlefield, we do have King now on the Anubarak. Godly Noob will be playing, did not switch, will be playing Maiev. Kakarot is going to be on the Goslow. We do have Aram Smurf on Hanzo, and then User Error going to be playing Anduin. Right, there's Godly Noob coming in for some free damage by slashy twice of them. We do go and have the Gazlow versus B-Med. Not surprisingly, B-Med is coming out on top of that. Like, you're taking B-Med's comfort pick into another B-Med's comfort fix. And it's like, so B-Med definitely knows exactly all of Gazlow's strengths. And I'm certainly not saying that B-Med is a better Gazlow player than Kakarot, but I am saying that you're gonna have a really hard time. Like, I always feel very comfortable whenever the person fighting me is playing a character I know extremely well, and I'm not sure how well Kakarot knows Samuro. Aw, I just noticed Aaron Smurf's on the unhappy cloud. That's sad. Quite literally. Oh. We have a little bit of action over here. Kakarot is going into that. They were fighting that. We did have Godly Noob move down, as did User Arrow and King. So not going to actually successfully steal that turret. And they actually committed theirs to the fight, so that will give a slight advantage to the side of Hotstats, as they have a toy and their opponents do not. So Mac of Cheese moving over here towards this camp. Gonna have it pushing along the top, but it does look like the same ideas had on the other side as Maiev. Gonna start working on this camp. So they should be meeting about there. So that might actually be bad. If they push too far in, then they'll engage with them behind the things. But as it stands, it does look like they'll be able to move in, take this out, and get Prio in the top lane on the side of Jin, or it's Hotstats, excuse me. Cabo not able to actually get out of there. I'm assuming it's Cabo and not Cabo. See, this is one of the reasons that Zagara annoys me, because I've played StarCraft 2. Zagara, you're not allowed to drop a creep tumor off of creep. What are you doing? How dare you, first of all? That's cheating. And we do have Maiev. Maiev, being the warden she is like, wait, someone's cheating? This calls for justice. We do go and have Hotstats cleaning up, pushing their opponents off. Their opponents were at 99%, so Zagara will be back, and they'll be able to re-engage well before their opponents get up to 100%. Is it Kobo? It's a little unusual. I wonder why they spell it K-A-B-O? If it's Ko? Did I just misread that? It's possible. Can't tell. A's and O's are the same letter. Aaron Surf takes a bunch of damage. Gonna have to like dive out of danger, down to about 25% health. There was a pushback. King has to get pulled out of there. Godly Noob does get the yank in, trying to go ahead and get them out of position. Both sides are at 99%. And this is as close as it comes. The battle continues. No one actually going down. Nice electric arc coming through, and that is going to be Hanzo going down first and foremost. We do go and have user arrow. Kakarot super low, but there comes the Zagara swarm drop. And this will be the protector going the side of JNM eSports for the first engagement. Quick, B-Man, get one of your mirror images to pilot the guns. Don't actually say that to B-Man. B-Man gets so the other big hero that B-Man plays is the Vikings, and B-Man gets so annoyed when people are like, how come two different Vikings can't pilot the protector? So yeah, Tass is up to 85 stacks. Doing an extra, 85 damage. I really like that in static charge, they don't do it like, stacks out of 40. They give you 5 points for every one. So it's just like straight up like 90 extra damage. I don't have to do math. We do also, by the way, have Zagara up to 5 out of 20 stacks on Bile Drop. Alright, I do feel a little bit sorry for Zagara. Last map, Zagara got to evolve into a dragon. This time, Zagara gets to pick up a gun. Like, it's not the same thing. Looks like they'll also be grabbing a healing camp on the side of JNM eSports. Are moving back and forth. They do go and get down one of the towers here in the middle. There is some damage coming to this. Like, somebody needs to respond to that. It looks like they will move up and try and get this taken care of. Here comes King. Stop attacking my fort! I need that! They're on their way back down. Making their way back down. They have gone ahead and sent Maiev to deal with Samro. That's actually a pretty smart thing, because the thing is, Maiev, her big damage boost comes out of her Q, which a Fan of Knives deals 243 damage. If you hit at least 2, then his cooldown goes way down. His cooldown's 4 seconds, unless you hit 2 individuals, in which case his cooldown is half a second. And of course, Samro is constantly surrounded by mirror images that count as heroes.
Online in a moment.
So here we go with another unlock in 15 seconds. These came down to the wire last time, and I don't expect anything different this time. Big talk coming out. Oh, that was a massive Gravo. That almost looked like a level 20 Gravo. Am I? Oh, I'm just zoomed in. That's why. Derp. Like, why was that so big? We do have our second kill on the side of Hot Stats, as they do get Zag Zagoom out of the fight. And back to the Hall of Storm. We do go and have King. King, getting caught by the black hole, moves in, does get pulled back by the Maiev, Sir Mac of Cheese, down to about 25% health. But meanwhile, another battle. Actually, no, another battle being sent up to not fight and stand on a point. InfoFox, surprisingly enough, is getting this camp right now. Which is great because the fight is right here. Like, that camp's not going to do a whole lot. But I guess with them getting the bottom turret, that makes sense. Up to 20 seconds, plenty of time to move up. Kobo. Okay, it is an O. I just misread it. It's like Kodo, but with a B. Now, Gaslow is down here. They can see Gaslow down here, so they know they can engage. Guys, it's at 7%. Yeah, that was Gutsy King. And, Gaslow? You don't think you're going anywhere, do you? So that is going to be Jin M cleaning up. A very aggressive movement by Anubrak, got caught by the task wall, and just could have had to stay there and get Beetlejuiced. Now that I said Beetlejuice, I have the ending credits theme of Beetlejuice stuck in my head. The original one. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Let's go, I believe you. Jump in the line. Alright, so to go and have a, they get this up, it was at 99%. I think they thought BMed could just kind of sustain it, but BMed is staying here, and that's the thing, BMed is being so annoying. It's like, do you guys want to go back and defend your keep? Or do you want to fight BMed? BMed being an absolute terror right now, oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, you might get BMed for this. Yeah, guys, your core is under attack, but I get it. They don't want to give this to BMed. They're like, come on, come on. All right, Aaron's feels so good about that. Was fine. BMed was dancing circles around him. It was. I won't say it was embarrassing, but it was frustrating to be sure. However, that is bottom keep down. That is 21% blackjack percent damage being done to the core.
Hero slain.
And meanwhile, the battle is not over. King has to run away. King is down to just a little bit. And yeah, Hanzo, they might need you back.
Hero slain.
Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Let's go, I believe you. Doing damage, here comes King. Kakarot is back. Hanzo is hearthing, I'm sure. Yep, here comes the Hanzo. Unfortunately, having to abandon that in the middle. Going ahead and avoiding the spiritual dragons. What is that actually called? Dragon Strike?
So that is the extent of the Protector's power.
He's cleaned up by a pair of catapults as he just sits in lane. Yeah, hate to see it. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. I'm sorry, stuck in my head. I don't mean to be annoying. I'm just really good at it. All right, here's more, but they do get some damage on Infofox, but for the most part, not a whole lot being done. What was the delay for? Why did that delay? Like, you could have gone in and kept them in the Dragon Strike, but there we have Anduin coming through, but please be careful of that Nidus coming up. Oh no, the Nidus is already used, it waited for it. User Error takes a bunch of damage. We do have a kill onto basically the entirety of our red team. Gaslow survives. GG called by user error. I do definitely agree. I don't think Gaslow can protect this. Definitely not when he's dead. B-Med continues to be a hazard.
Red team's core is under attack.
You know what? That was not true either, but I'll give it to you. Jump in the light. All right, and there we go. That is game number 3 and the series going in the direction of GNM eSports. I will be right back in one moment, and I will see you for hopefully the winner's interview. All right. Hello, hello, and welcome everyone. I am joined now by Infofox, the infamous Fox.
Hey, you actually figured out what info means. Most people don't.
Oh, look at me. Here I thought I was making a joke.
No, that's where info came from. The old PlayStation 3 game when PSN went down for that whole month and Sony gave out free games.
Oh, I remember that after the hack that happened.
Yep, yeah.
Well, fantastic. I obviously never played it, but hey, I'm still going to take the cred. So, how you guys feeling right now?
Pretty good. We were definitely off tilt after that first game, where we were not expecting that drop and then the sub. And it definitely showed in the gameplay, but after that, we very much felt in our comfort zone.
Well, obviously, I think your opponents were also not expecting it. But yeah, the Stitches showed up, and I was actually really surprised that after game number 1, it took you until game 3 to ban the Stitches because it was just almost oppressive in the first game.
It was, but it was very much, like I said, we were definitely off our game, and because we weren't expecting it, and there was definitely a little bit of tilt for that, because we were very prepared for their normal setup, and then all of a sudden you're thrown with the Stitches, and you're like, well, what do we do now? And then game 2, we going at the map. It's not a good map for Stitches, D-Shire. So he doesn't have the same angles. There's less vision as a whole. Not to say Tomb's the best for it either, but it's definitely a little bit. They had the benefit of we were caught off guard completely for that one.
Well, I do have to say, game number 1 was on Shrines, not Tomb.
Oh, that's what I said.
But yeah, that was because they came in and it still came relatively close. Like you did have a great little bit of a turning around at the end of game number 1, and then game number 2 you just kind of controlled the whole thing. Although I do have to ask, just how nerve-wracking was it whenever you were in their base in game number 2, and then they got like a double kill and started pushing back across the map, started knocking forts down, and it was just like, oh god.
I wasn't worried at all. We just knew we just had to regroup and reset. We still had the 20s on them for quite a good while at that point. We were really still ahead in the map. Like they just pushed down bot fort, and they didn't even get mid fort if I'm remembering correctly. So like at no point did we really feel threatened. We're just like, all right, let's regroup until we're all alive. And then I got that unlucky hook in mid lane onto me. But then after that, I was like, we're just back to cruising. Not much going on. Kind of autopilot games to say the least, I feel, after a certain point.
So I did notice that both teams really seem to prefer being able to pick the map. Is that just because you guys have divergent playstyles and different maps favor each team? Or is it just more of a, we can play all the heroes, so map is the more relevant choice?
I have always been a fan of map pick. Doesn't matter what version of any team I've played on. I feel like map pick's just stronger because it gives you the last pick, so you can flex your draft a little bit more because you can do it as a reactionary pick, whether it's your DPS, tank, offlane, whatever. And I feel like there are certain maps I just don't want to play. So when I take map pick, it's just easier for it. Um, is my personal reason. And we just, like I said, we had a good idea of what they were going to play with their main comp. So taking map pick and knowing what they are going to try to do and ban it out is easier than going in, well, I don't know what they're going to pick. What am I going to do now?
So this is a little bit of a personal question, but in game number 3, just how smug was BMed whenever he got to play his main into his other main?
Um, he wasn't actually that smug. He just, if I told, he was like, I can play Thrall here. I was like, no, just take this hero. Um, the anybody that plays with me kind of gets used to being beat down and told what to play more so than accepting what's they normally play. Like Cawthon on Varian, and he's now just kind of become a Varian one trick this series, especially. So they just get used to being told what to do.
I know you couldn't see it, but oh my gosh, let me just, I don't know if BMed told you, because BMed's a little bit humble, but he was being such an absolute terror on that point up top and keeping it from being able to be channeled while you guys were just pushing through keep wall and then keep and then on core, and finally they had to come back.
Yeah, no, I was watching it on the minimap. I'm like Greek, or Greek. Sorry, I was reading chat and I see Greek there. I was like, BMed, just keep going. Keep going. And Cawthon was like, no, BMed, be careful. I was like, no, BMed, stall their backs, stall them, just be a pain because they are not responding to us. They are not respecting us. They wasted so much time with you already. Just delay them for as long as you can. So he was playing insane up there. But they should have never been up there in the first place as we're pushing onto their keep wall. So
Yeah, it was definitely a very heads up play to be like, okay, I don't know if we can get this. We'll just go ahead and make them suffer for taking it. And they certainly did.
yeah, we could have contested it, but I'm like, well, if they're not going to respect us, we'll just go take their core. And we took a good 40% off of it in game 2. Kind of a very similar thing happened where it was where we wiped them, but we did 50% of their core, and they just kind of didn't respect it enough that we just kind of got to walk where we wanted to after a certain point.
Makes sense. All right, so last question. I always ask a variation of this, but why is your team named Jin M Esports?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Uh, yeah, it's something with patience. Is he in chat? He might be asleep. I don't know. He's the one that can answer that question. No, I'm not seeing him in chat at any point. So, yeah, no idea. It's been this way since when were we in Nexus division with that roster? Season whatever the first season of Nexus division is, and it was that way before I even joined the team, and then that was our first season, and I don't even know the reason. I'm just here.
I'm assuming it has something to do with Jin Ji and a riff off that, but
Oh
beyond that,
yeah,
I couldn't tell.
there. Yeah, that's a little bit of that, but not quite. Um, like I said, I don't know the full reason. It like changes every day, anyways. A little bit, yeah. I see Whole Foods there saying it's based off Gen G, and you said it too. A little bit, yes, but like I said, it's kind of not entirely that. There was more reasoning to it. Something with like Master League or whatever. I don't know. Said I don't know. It changes.
It's the evolving team name.
Yeah, not as much as TBD was. That was their Discord had fantastic naming suggestions of what people thought it meant and stood for.
So those are all the questions I had for you. Let me turn it over to you for any shout outs you might want to give.
First one's obviously to you for casting, so thank you for that as always. Rest is to my team because they actually decided to show up tonight. That's always nice. The other team for also showing up to the games because NGS can always go sideways for scheduling with one reason or another, like Q Ball, Q0, Q something had his internet issues, unfortunately. So, and then just NGS as a whole for putting it on.
Absolutely. I always joke that NGS doesn't actually stand for Nexus Gaming Series. It stands for Never Gonna Stop.
I hope so. Be a shame if HOTS stopped like that, but never know these days.
Unfortunately, but the thing I always say is like we're packed into the WoW servers, so as long as WoW is still online, we're safe.
Oh, I didn't know they slid it on over. I thought it was still on the StarCraft servers, so good to know that part.
Yep, no, it's part of the hot servers.
Hmm.
Or hot is on
You're
the
WoW
hot
server.
servers. I'm a genius. But I'll go and let you enjoy the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
The after party is going to sleep because I got to be up in 6 hours for work. So,
Well, then I'll dream of epic victory because that's what you had.
yep, sounds good. Like I said, thanks again for the cast. You have a nice night.
You too.
Bye.
And let's see here. I think there is another cast, but it's not for 15 minutes. So I believe Stanky Slayer is going to be casting at 11. But it's a little early to raid over there, so I'm just going to let you know that there is another cast. Oh, it's 11:30. That's even worse. So in the meantime, let's see who we can say hi to. I do not see anyone playing HOTS from my friend list, which is lame and dumb. Should always be playing HOTS, so let's see what I can find. Oh, Alicia's. Why am I not following Alicia? What the heck? Twitch? We'll go say hi to Alicia.